So it's been a while, basically since the beta one, I think. Anyway, yeah, I've released a few new versions of LunarCaster DJ since the last one, obviously. Beta 2 really never got officially released, but on the 3rd of August I released the beta 3, and then just yesterday I released the beta 4. But I hadn't gotten around to making a video in a while, so I figured I'd go ahead and make one on this. And this is what the beta 4 now looks like. There's a little bit of difference between it and the previous versions that you may have seen. Just the layout's a little bit different, but not that much. Also, you'll see right here, this button here makes so you can go full screen now and go back to normal. It's a little jittery, the going into full screen, but once it's in there, it's fine. I may work on cleaning that up a bit in the future, but for the moment, it works, so I'm not too concerned with it. So what all has changed? A lot of little bug fixes here and there. Deck B here, or Deck 2, or whatever you want to call it. I never actually gave it an official designator, I don't think. Yeah, there's my phone. It was acting up on crossfading, where the volume level didn't go up all the way like it was supposed to. And it also had issues before that with sending metadata, so your tag information from your songs that are playing to whatever server you're connected to. Both of those have been fixed, I believe. Anyway, I hope so. Seems to all be working for me anyway. Let's see what else was there. Listener section had some bugs in it. It's still not perfect, I don't think, but it does work. At least in my testing. Anybody has any problems, let me know, of course, with any of this. I also added an option in the title updates here to send no titles at all, so basically it doesn't send anything from the songs that you play. You can still send anything you want yourself by just clicking here and typing something in and sending it up, clicking update, of course. Let's see what else. The timers here and here, they used to count up as the song played, and somebody recommended that the largest one here, instead of the smaller one, the large one is the one that would be counting down. So I went ahead and implemented that because it actually makes quite a bit of sense for a DJing software anyway. This is more important to know how much time is left on a song than how long it's been going. Let's see. Yes, the Addremove here. People have had trouble, a lot of people apparently had trouble seeing, and I can understand why, because these weren't ever very big, that these buttons are actually a split button with a down arrow on the right hand side of each one. And you always had to just click on that side part there to get the menu. I've changed that since the middle part of the button didn't do anything anyway. I went ahead and just made it actuate the same thing as the side button does here, the split one. Didn't really need to be a split button at all in the end, but I thought I might need it for something, and apparently not. Anyway, I did that. That makes it a lot easier, so people don't have to worry about trying to click right there on the side anymore. Let's see. I increased the font sizes a bit to make it easier to see everything. Don't want to make them too big, but don't want them too small either. In fact, I could probably make some of these a little bit bigger yet than they are now. There used to be a couple of equalizers here that you could click on. They'd slide down and you could adjust. But due to the new layout and everything, I really couldn't fit them in there very well. So I took them out temporarily. I'll be bringing them back yet. I just need to find a good way, like a little button here maybe or something for clicking on that'll open up an equalizer for this deck and one over here for that one or something. Let's see, what else? I updated the audio libraries to the newest versions to hopefully clear up any kind of bugs that those may have had of their own. There's an MP3 decoding version of one of the audio libraries I use, and I had always used the MP3 free version of it, so it did not do its own decoding of MP3 songs. Instead, you relied on the built-in decoder in Windows. But since MP3 patents are all expired, as best I could tell, there's no more licensing. I can't even license it if I wanted to. So I went ahead and started including the MP3 decoding version. But it normally wouldn't make much of a difference for most people, but some people happen to have a copy of Windows where the decoders maybe are messed up. I don't know. I've had people, a couple people had that problem in the past. Let's see, what else? There were some microphone cutout issues in the beta 3. Hopefully the beta 4 has fixed that issue. I don't know. Because there's only one thing I could have done in the beta 3 that may have caused it. So I just reversed that. It wasn't an important change anyway. So hopefully that's working right now. Yeah, the whole crossfading to the deck over here, like I say, causing. Let me turn the volume down on that phone there. It's annoying me. So, yeah, the crossfading into that deck, the automatic one, when it's on autoplay here, when you have this set to autoplay, of course, it'll crossfade from this deck to this one automatically. And it's supposed to fade in to whatever the volume is set here. For some reason, it was only fading into around 50 to 80% or something. It was a weird bug, but I've got that fixed. Also, there was some issues with the full screen mode in the beta 3, where changes like here on these volume controls or on the decks would not take effect. When you went to full screen, it would flip back to whatever it was before you changed them, unless you clicked on the save button here before that. So I went ahead and just had that automatically save those changes. When you click on the full screen mode, it'll go ahead and save whatever changes you've made so that they're in effect when it's in full screen as well. Let's see. The playlist section. There was the playlist section has always been a bit, well, not optimal, let's say. While loading, once it gets to the end of the list of songs that it's loading in, sometimes it would lock up for a little bit while it was reloading the playlist here. I think I've got that mostly fixed. The drag and drop would duplicate songs that were already in there. Hopefully I've got that fixed. And otherwise just some code cleanup. I'm working already on the beta 5. Haven't really done much except one thing here in the connections for the Icecast, for Icecast servers. Excuse me. There was some problems that may or may not have affected anybody else, but they affected me, that I've fixed with connecting to an Icecast server. It was kind of odd. This right now is not the same thing. This has nothing to do with anything here. I mean, that's really pretty much all there was that I can think of at the moment. One thing I did a while back that I didn't actually talk about is I had a language option in here that I had put in at one point, and it kind of looks barren in here, but English and German. And that's not fully functional just yet, but because there's still a lot of things that I haven't made dependent on this out in here. Let's see, save options, microphone speakers, crossfaders. These are all things I've gone over in previous videos. Nothing different really there from this version. The events section I might go over in a new video. I can't remember where I left off. There was a couple of things I wanted to go over in a separate video after my last two, but I'll get to those at some point. So that's pretty much all there is. This is the beta 4, like I say. If anybody's giving it a try, if you run into any kind of issues or whatnot, just go ahead and hop on over to my website. There's a contact form there you can contact me with, obviously, and yeah, we'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it and see if I can help anything with that. I'll make another video if there's anything more I can think of to talk about on this. As I said, I know that I've already gone over the playlist. There's nothing really changed there, just fixes and optimization. Search, same thing. History and connections. Well, let me go to the connections real quick here. Let me see if there was something. You see this little use bass thing? Yeah, I recommend always having this turned on. Some people have trouble with it turned off, and they don't realize why they're having trouble with their server connection or with metadata being transmitted. So yeah, go ahead and make sure that this is checked. Use bass. Yeah, what else is there? Oh, if you are using an Icecast and you are having trouble connecting using the beta 4, until I've fixed it, go in here to the name section right here and just rename this to source, S-O-U-R-C-E, just like it says here. Okay? Put that in there in the name section and see if you'll connect. If you do, let me know. That worked for me. It shouldn't be the way it works, obviously. And on the beta 5, it will not be the way it works. But I would be interested to know if anybody else has that trouble, the same problem. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one. Take care. Peace.